What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. Today we are going to do a 90-day review on the Atari Pocket Pro. Now this was one of the three that came out in 2023 that Atari put out that I was really excited for. When they announced this. They also did it was a micro arcade or a mini arcade, which I'm not really into just because, I think they look cool and everything, but my hands are too big for them. Surprisingly, I collect handhelds and most of them are too small for me, but I'm addicted to handhelds. So this was definitely on my radar. And then, of course, the Atari Game Station, and that's a whole nother review coming. But we're gonna talk about this now. This Game Station Pro, it came really nice and packed nicely, I should say. I don't have it inside here. This is just the box, but this is what the box will look like, and it tells you that it has 100 games on here. What it doesn't tell you is all 100 games are not Atari games. In fact, 77 of them are Atari games. The other 23 are bonus games. These are the games that stuck out for me that are on this handheld device. Adventure 1 and 2, not so much 2, but I liked the first one. Of course, Asteroids, Centipede, Dark Chambers, Haunted House, Millipede, Missile Command, and Yar's Revenge. So really, there's only, pretty much 8 games that I really enjoy on this. Here, you know what? Instead of the box, let me just show you this. I don't use batteries. I have a USB-C cord right here. That way, it's never-ending life. So that's just my thing. If you want batteries, you put them in on the sides here. So when it comes to this thing, first off, I want to say the thing that really popped out to me that made me say, man, I want to buy this thing is the color scheme. It had that late 70s, early 80s color scheme with the orange and black, little bit of yellow, like a yellowish beige and white. It just gave off that old school Atari vibe, and it says Atari 50 on it and everything. But the other thing is the D-pad on this, it's actually really nice. That kind of shocked me because, my arcade, I think they make some decent products. I wouldn't say amazing or anything like that, but some of their stuff feels pretty cheap. This one doesn't feel cheap at all. It is nice. It ain't heavy duty or anything, but the buttons on the buttons are really nice. A little bit touchy, the buttons are, but on the top, you can adjust your brightness and everything, and then your difficulty. And it has a home button up here. And then, of course, your on-off and your volume button. Now, I know I've caught hell for this before. Listen, I understand licensing issues. I totally understand. So, I don't need that in the comments. I'm sure I'll still get comments talking about, oh, you must not understand licensing. No, I do understand licensing. My thing with this is, they left out some really big names, like Pac-Man, Pitfall, Cosmic Arc, Space Invaders. If you can't get any big names on it, I guess in my opinion, I wouldn't even have put this thing out. Wouldn't have put it out at all. However, what they could have done was gave a an SD slot, an option, and that way us Atari fans, we could have added the games, that we wanted. that was the big downside to this thing. It was missing out like a lot of big names, and that kind of bummed me out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not bashing Atari or anything like that. In fact, I have a video that I even say, hey, Atari is like the pioneers of gaming. So, yeah, it's right there. So go check that out. I love Atari, but just because I love them, I can't sit there and just defend every like stupid move that they make. And I thought the library that they agreed to on this was a stupid move because, in all honesty, the library on this is absolutely horrible. 100 games on it, and I like 8. I mean, even the bonus games on here, they're not good. They're not. There's really maybe 1 or 2 of the bonus games that was decent, but it wasn't good. Like the picture quality and everything on here is excellent, man. It plays good, it sounds good, it looks good, everything. But $40 for me, it was worth it just because of the it factor, like just the way it looks. Unfortunately, it's collecting dust. And I'm not a shelf collector. I don't like collecting things and then just setting them on the shelf. Everything that I own, I make time and I play the games, I play the handhelds, I do everything except this. This one is basically just sitting for show because it wasn't a horrible, investment because it was only $40. But I mean, maybe that's like a tight budget for some people, and I'm not downing anybody. I just happened to have $40 on me, so I bought it. And I was planning on buying it. So, like, to me, this, after 90 days, this just, it doesn't hold up. Doesn't hold up. Atari and My Arcade, they should have done better. And the biggest thing is the library. The library on this thing is absolutely awful. So, you can look up what other games are on here. Maybe you'll like them. I mean, you can just get online and it'll show you a list of all the games that are on this thing. So that's really up to you. That's a buyer beware thing if you're willing to spend $40. Now, I don't feel like I got ripped off or anything like that because, like I said, it's Atari. I've always supported Atari. But, I'm going to call bullshit on bullshit. And I think the library on this is bullshit. So, yeah, that's my 90 days on this, man. It's just been collecting dust, unfortunately. But it's a whole different story with the Game Station, the console, which is kind of weird because it has a lot of the same games that were on here, but that's another episode. So, again, buyer beware on this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.